So, Dane says I have like 5 minutes, so wish me luck. So thanks. Gosh, my arms hurt really bad. I worked out the other day, and I overworked out. Serves me right for doing something stupid like working out, but my arms hurt really bad. So this is my life. Now, um, I want to start by just giving you a little bit of insight to my journey here at Northgate. I think it was mid to late November when my friend told me that that her church needed a youth pastor, and I said, "Oh, good luck," And I didn't think anything of it at the time, but little did I know that the Lord was guiding me to this place that I would come here and call it my home. And this isn't in my notes because I'm going to kind of ad-lib because I looked at it and I'm like, well, I forgot to say this and this. So, couple things. First, I just want to shout out to our head pastor, Dane. He offered me my dream job on the spot. He heard my heart. He heard the way that I do ministry. He saw in me my love for students, and he trusted me. And Dane has been a great mentor, a great teacher, and an awesome just human being in my life. That was step one. That was step one in my journey, was meeting Dane. Because I wanted to take the opportunity seriously by, okay, I'll meet this guy, whoever he is, whatever. I'll go to coffee with him, even though he just brought a giant thing of Coke or whatever, or Pepsi, sorry, Diet Pepsi. So that was step one. And then I came here and I met Gene. Gene, Dane, I would not be here if it weren't for these two human beings. Gene welcomed my wife and I. He noticed, he said, "You got a look about you. You're new here, aren't you?" Because I must have been going like, this is weird. Because I'm not used to a small church, but Gene noticed me. He shook my hand, he welcomed me, and he said, "We're glad that you're here." And that's when I started to say, I could call this place home. And then step 3, I had the board meeting, which I didn't even know what that was. I'm like, whoa, okay, what is this all about? And where's George? George, your encouragement, he said he had like 3 questions, and I don't even remember what they were, but the third one he said was, "So when can you start?" And I'm like, this guy's so awesome. Like, he just gave me so much encouragement. And George, shout out to George, because through my journey to Northgate, he has been just such a huge support. This entire church has been. So, started January 2nd was my first day. I met Rick and Laura, who have been just my rock, and they're incredible leaders in my ministry. Obviously, Bry, who leads our worship, came up to me. He came to me, which is so cool, because I don't have to reach out and say, "Hey, I need help." But he comes to me, takes me out to lunch. Little did I know he had an agenda. He wanted to help me, and that's something that I'd been praying about. So all of that to say is God has me here for a reason. And what I want to do now is tell you some of the success and some of the challenges and some of the just awesome things that God has been doing in my 5 short months here. So for our first youth group that we had 5 students. We had the 4 Starks, and we had, where's Hunter? Hi, Hunter, come to camp. Now, so we had those 5, and we just hung out. We played, what did we play? We played signs, we played just some games, and we just started to get to know one another. Part of my philosophy of ministry is because Jesus did it this way. He had his Peter, James, and John, and they all wrote parts of the Bible because they went on, because they were his core. My philosophy is to create in this place that we call vertical life a place to belong, a place to feel loved, a place where we can grow. And through that philosophy, I have made a relationship I've built a relationship with the Stark family, whom I very much adore. I love their family. Hi, yeah, they're making faces at me. They don't really like me, except Tara does. But no, I'm kidding. I have just what the Lord has done in bringing myself and this family together is just something incredible. And again, Gene came up to me. He's like, "Man, you made fast friends with them." I'm like, "I know." And he's like, "That's probably a God thing." And I said, "Yeah, it probably is." So just those relationships that I'm building that I want to last forever, that I want to be in these students and their parents' lives. Another thing that I want to say is Melanie, who's not here, which I probably shouldn't even tell her story because she's not here. But anyway, I'll tell it really quick. It's one of our high school students who, frankly, wanted nothing to do with me when I first got here. I was like, "Hi, Melanie," and she'd be like, so yeah, that was the extent of our relationship for a while. But little by little, through partnering with her parents, shout out to Rod and Gina, good night, they're good parents. And just that, and having her come, reaching out to her, she's a new person. A person that wants to lead now. A person that wants to be involved in our worship. It's this growth that I see moving forward into my vision, and that is create a core that will bring other disciples in. Luke 9:23, Jesus is explaining to his disciples what being a disciple means. And he says, Jesus answered them, he says, "Anyone who would want to come after me must deny himself, take up their cross, and follow me." And that's the kind of disciples that I want to make at our youth group. So going forward, camp, that is a momentum that I want to see just shoot our students forward in maturity and in love for God, for love for each other, and those relationships that will last. This is just a cluster of information. But anyway, finally, I've got some news that I need to share. Heather, can you come up here, babe? Please. She's like, ugh. So Heather and I, so what really is awful about the world is that apartments are really expensive. So we decided that we were going to start saving up for a house because we talked to George, and shout out to George because he knows everything. And he knows about like buying houses and that kind of stuff. And we were just like, okay, yeah, this is what we need to do. So we're going to save up money until January. Okay? That's what we're going to save up. But so what happened was we got to talking, and then we were like, how are we going to support all three of us? What's funny about that is we still don't know the answer to that. So my wife is carrying our child, and we are, that's all the people that didn't understand, like, the three of us joke. Yeah, now we get it. No, so as a church, as we have called this church home, what we're asking of you as a body, please be praying for us, for our child, because, as Dane said, we are made in the image of God. There is a human being knitted together in my wife's womb that bears God's image, that has the responsibility of partnering with God and bringing the kingdom here. And we are responsible for raising that child and loving that child and pushing that child towards our King, Jesus. So prayer for our child would be great. That is why I missed Aiden's baseball game. Remember when I said I just had a really crazy day? That's the day we found out that we were pregnant. So there's, yeah, okay. I figured you'd understand. I'm just going to pray real quick, okay? Lord God, I thank you for this church. I thank you for Northgate. I thank you for the direction that you're leading us. I thank you for Pastor Dane. I thank you for Pastor Malady. I thank you for Mallory. I thank you for the board, Lord God. I just thank you for all our new members and former members and those who just come here and love to hear your word be preached. Lord, just going forward, we just trust you. We love you, and we give you all the praise in your name.